You're looking at a daily chart of the Nasdaq, and you can see here the last few weeks just been trading sideways. A lot of caution ahead of the big earnings reports. Tonight, Netflix reported one of the divine nine on the Nasdaq, and it's holding up okay. But you can see the Nasdaq is in a power trend, with the moving averages stacked. So to me, this is a nice uptrend. It's about 6 weeks long in duration. We had this rally here, then the pullback, and now this current rally is about 6 weeks in duration. So still, overall in a trade range, and making still a bottoming pattern here. I mean, people want to argue bull bear, or it doesn't really matter to me because we just trade stocks, and I'm not going to get into the big stocks here. They would drive the Nasdaq. I'm just going to look at Netflix here. Yeah, just flat after hours. So you just got to let them wiggle around a little bit when they report earnings, and just see how they'll be received. Give them a couple of days. The one stock that I like is CROX, and this one is still undervalued here at $143. It's formed a nice cup pattern. Hopefully it'll pull back here in the next few days and form a handle prior to the earnings report next Thursday, April 27th. So, give it 4 or 5 days to just handle out here, pull back. There's going to be some profit takers and some people who do not want to hold into earnings. So I expect that to pull back a little bit, form a handle, and I do expect good earnings from CROX, but a good day. And it's had a really nice run here since it made this double bottom low at 109. So, but a nice consolidation pattern. We look at the weekly here on CROX, we're looking at 9 weeks here. So next week will be 10 weeks. Perfect time for a nice cup with handle base and a nice blast off to 160. Anyway, dreams are free. ELF, another retail stock. I'm a sucker for retail. I told you yesterday that I thought, ELF is just getting too big of a portion of my portfolio. 76% above its 200 simple moving average. It's just a one-way stock going higher. The old saying, let your winners run. It did become a little bit too big for my portfolio, so I did trim 25% on Monday, but this is doing nothing wrong. I pointed out, I believe yesterday, I pointed out the upper channel line. When it bumps up against that upper channel line, it usually pulls back, but it doesn't have to. I mean, this thing looks like it's got a date with 100 for sure. But anyway, you can see the pullbacks here when it hit it, pull back here. So maybe it'll pull back a little bit, maybe not. It probably go straight to 100. Anyway, retail has been strong, and I'm a sucker for retail because I can go into the stores, I can see what's happening. I go into Under Armour, it looks like a flea market in there, and I go into a CROX store and it's all well organized. There's nothing for sale in there. It's swarmed with people, and that's what I like to see. This is Academy Sports. They've already reported earnings, so that's out of the way. You can see it had a pullback to its 21, found support, and had an inside day today, but it was still up 3.5%. And Academy Sports looks strong to me. We don't have one in our area. I wish we did. This shoe company, On Holding, this has been on our watch list. I like the flag action. After the earnings report, it really gapped higher, and big institutions were coming in, and they don't bite all at once. They come in and establish a position over months. So I'm thinking that they're going to come back in here as this thing kind of flags and pinches in. We're going to get a little pop higher. This Market Smith is wrong today. This thing was up today anyway. What the heck's going on, Market Smith? Oh well, I'm not going to worry about that. You never know, that would have a glitch after hours. This is Lululemon. This stock, you can see this has already had earnings as well. Nice cup with handle, really pronounced cup with handle pattern there. Looks great. Get back down here, zoom. And it gapped up on earnings, and now it's just holding its gains right here, forming a shelf pattern. I wouldn't be surprised. This is on our watch list here at 371. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing make a move above that 388. Anyway, that's enough of the retail. The home builders were strong today as well. Quite a few of them that I like. I put builder in with the home builders. This thing hit a new high today, just like CROX and ELF. quite a few of our stocks made new highs today as well. This thing just blasted out of this base here. And you can see the big blue volume bars, and Builders just got a date with 100, just like ELF does. This thing looks really, really strong. Long consolidation period, the longer the base, the higher in space. There's a saying for a reason, I guess. We'll see. Builder, not a real fast moving stock, but definitely a steady Eddie and showing strength and moving higher. DR Horton, another stock that you got to look at the weekly on these things. Long consolidation, elongated handle pattern here. Broke out today. I thought it would have trouble with the 100, but it wanted to go higher and close near the upper end of its daily range today, forming like this hammer candle. Yeah, 91% of its daily range. So DR Horton looks good. And KB Homes is another one that's on our watch list. Another pronounced up with handle pattern. You got to look at the weeklies on these things. And this thing's had a long period of consolidation, and now just forming this nice little base here. So I like KB Homes. Enough with the home builders. I can go on and on with those. I know people like Lennar. Lennar looks good. Meritage Homes, another one that we had on our list. That thing's gone. See you later. GRBK. Yeah, when they look like that, they're extended. I'm not interested in chasing, but it just shows that that sector is strong, and you can always buy an ETF if you want to get into the construction game. But I don't like ETFs because you get the bad stocks with the good stocks, and I think I have a good enough stock picking acumen to pick the good ones and leave the bad ones out of my portfolio. And that's probably just I don't know, a little bit of ego talking anyway. But I just do not like ETFs. They just seem to lag. This is NVIDIA. The semiconductor sector led the charge here in the first quarter, had a little bit of a sell-off here in the first 2 weeks of April. Now this week, starting to show strength again. NVIDIA is the clear leader of this group. I hear people talking about shorting. Why would you want to short a stock in an uptrend? Don't get cute. You want to short a stock, short something like DocuSign. This thing can't get out of its own way. It comes up against the moving averages and just gets pushed down. It's like pushing down like a bully in the schoolyard. Buy that, short that junk. Don't short this NVIDIA stuff. This thing's on a strong bender uphill, man. Just get out of its way. Anyway, I'm not short. I don't short uptrends. So let's move on to our winning stocks here. There's LSCC. Another one of the semiconductor stocks. Didn't even pull back to the 50, but definitely has regained strength here after a short little pullback. And that one looks good. ACLS, this one's kind of bothering me a little bit because it comes back to its 50 and it just kind of stays there. It's just kind of squatting. And I want to see a bounce with some volume and let this thing move, but it's not going to bounce and probably until earnings, which aren't until May 3rd. So anyway, MBLY is another one that a lot of people on Twitter like, it's an Intel spinoff. It's definitely trending well. One of the few IPOs that are doing well from, the last, 8 months or whatever. Definitely pull back to its 50 and getting support there consistently. Had a nice day today, up nearly 7% with massive volume. So congrats to the longs there with MBLY. I called it MBLY. Oh, well. MBLY Global. And this is NVO, the Wegovy and Ozempic, drug stock. Talk about it every day. I mean, it just pulled back slightly today. You can see before a couple weeks ago, it pulled back, went sideways here for about 4 or 5 sessions. And then, I think they raised guidance and went higher. But anyway, this stock is just allowing the moving averages to catch up. It needs a breather. Every sprinter needs to take a breath. Every runner needs a break. So let that thing calm down and take a breather. TGTX, this is one that I like. The multiple sclerosis drug has a buy point there at 1959. This thing to me is just waiting for new data to explode higher. It's a heavy short interest. And if the CEO talks about, forward sales, being better than expected, I expect this one to move and move big. This is a VKTX. It's also a pill form weight loss drug that is in trial. It's only in trial. They presented at a Needham healthcare conference today. I guess it went well because it was up nearly 4%. So another stock biotech stock that's just trending higher. We've had a couple of buyouts already this week. Merck had a buyout. We had another buyout from GlaxoSmithKline this morning. So these small little biotech stocks are being taken out one by one. Just going to go through a couple of our leading stocks here at MC Stock Charts. Lantheus, it's a no-brainer stock here. Just hold it. Had this cup with handle pattern, pulled back to the 21, shook off the weak hands and just took off higher. And now it's being supported by its 10 EMA. Just a beautiful trend there. SMCI, this is another one of our stocks, made a new high today. Getting a little extended here. Just last week or the week before, it pulled back, below 100 there at 97. And that was your last chance. Now it's at 115, 116 and showing strength. And the last one I want to look at is AXON, another one of our leading stocks. This one's just trending higher, just quietly, just grinding higher, supported by its moving averages, very close to the 229 high today. Was what, 228.60? Yeah, so this thing's getting ready to make a new high as well. Anyway, that's it for today. Tomorrow's another day. We never give up. There's a lot of caution ahead of earnings. I think they have Armageddon priced in, and they're only going to get the Geddon, and we're going to keep our arm. And I think that there's just a little too cautious here. And those stocks and the companies that are executing and taking market share will be rewarded. And I look forward to it. Never give up.